Hey guys, how's it going? Hope y'all are having a good day. Working on the Galaxie again this weekend, and I started bolting on a bunch of stuff. Got a new starter on it, got a new alternator down there, got all of these pulleys and brackets for the air conditioning on here, ignition stuff, carburetors bolted on. Since the last time y'all seen this vehicle, I've put the better hood on here and painted the underside. The top side is beige, and that's going to get painted when I paint the car. So yeah, that's kind of, I got a new starter solenoid, so it's coming together. This engine's pretty dirty, but once I get it running or something, I can hose it down maybe. I recently picked up another Galaxie here, which is a 66 4-door. I bought at a junkyard auction, local junkyard going out of business. They were liquidating their collection, and I got a good deal on this one. Paid only $300. The reserve was $300 and I bid $300 and I won it. It was a poorly advertised auction, so it didn't have a huge turnout, but we're gonna have a first start video on this thing hopefully soon. I did briefly try to turn the engine over, and it seems to be stuck, but it has oil in it. It was missing the carburetor when I got it, so we're gonna have to stick something on there to get it to run. But anyway, that's just kind of a quick preview. So I got a part I gotta go grab, and then I'm gonna be working on putting the radiator in. So I'm gonna go and do that. Alrighty then, so I've made some progress here. I had to buy a new pulley for my alternator. The old one I had was rusted, and I thought I was going to use it, but I found out the replacements for that are pretty reasonable online. I got the radiator sitting in here. It's not, you know, how I want it yet, but I got the transmission cooler lines hooked up. My lower radiator hose was the wrong size, so that's why that's not connected yet. Upper radiator hose is connected. Got all my plug wires and everything how it should be, I believe. Got the coil. Just spending a lot of time on this thing trying to make sure everything's hooked up right. Got the carburetor hooked up. So alrighty guys, we're working on the Galaxie again. I believe I have everything hooked up that needs to be hooked up, and I am about ready to turn the key and see what happens. Got me a heater bypass here. There's no coolant in the radiator. I haven't put any water in there yet. Pretty sure the transmission is going to be low on fluid, so but first I guess we'll just try to get this thing running. So I'll put a little gas in there. Let's get our battery terminal hooked up. Hopefully that's good enough of a connection. Look for smoke. Everything looks all right so far. Let me get the key out of the trunk lid. Alrighty, she's in park. We got crankage. Seemed like it spit off one time, but I'm pretty sure this is a fully charged battery. Probably need to tighten up on these things. It's probably making poor contact. Let's try again. Got nothing. So I'm going to tighten up on those posts. There we go. She's doing something. I really ought to get me a remote starter. Looks like we got fuel going through the filter. Looks like our accelerator pump is leaking, shooting out of there. Let's see if we can tighten that up. It's a fire starter right there. Seems to have fixed it. Is she happy? Let me double check my firing order. So the firing order is correct. I just double checked it, and the I just tweaked the distributor a little bit. So let's see if that did anything. Still not happy. Alright, so I took the distributor cap off and sanded on the points a little bit just to see if they had maybe hazed over from sitting for about a year. So the carburetor's getting gas because the gas is dripping out of the filter. I tried tightening up on it, but it's still dripping, and I'm afraid to tighten it up anymore. Might strip it. Alrighty guys, so I moved the distributor a little bit. I had to move this hose clamp because the hose clamp was in the way of the Advance, and there's no coolant in there anyway, so I'm not worried about that leaking. And I just cranked it up briefly off camera and it seemed to like it, but I'm gonna move it a little bit Seems like it's not perfectly dialed in yet, but let me go ahead and crank it up for you on camera. Oh yeah, she like that. She's idling. Let's put her in reverse. See if she does anything. Yeah, she went into gear. So I bet that transmission fluid's a little bit low. Let me start it in neutral. Sounds good. Let me get a paper towel and check that transmission fluid. Alright, let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, dry. Completely dry. That was up here earlier on the dipstick. So let me go ahead and put some in there. I'm going to start out with a couple quarts. I already put one in there. Using the Type F Walmart brand. Type F is what the internet says to use on the old Fords. So we're in neutral. Do we have any catastrophic oil leaks? Not that I can see from here. Let's crank her back up for a second. In neutral. I wonder if it's not getting fuel. All right. She's not dialed in perfectly, but she'll run to get around the yard. Says full. Let's see if it goes into gear. Feels like it should. It goes into gear, but goes into gear, but I don't know how happy she is. But old transmission that's been sitting. Maybe the more I use it, the better it'll get, or the worse it'll get. We'll see. But it'll be enough to get it around the yard, I'm thinking. Alrighty guys, I believe that'll do it for this video. Definitely some more work to be done, but at least she runs. I'll catch y'all next time. Like and subscribe if you want to see some updates on this vehicle. Project's coming along. Later.